everyone, my name is Anangsha Alammyan and welcome back to my channel where we talk about books, productivity and writing on Medium. Today's video is going to be about how I got my first article accepted into Mind Cafe. So for those of you who don't know, Mind Cafe is one of the biggest publications on Medium with over 113,000 followers. That's crazy, that's a lot of followers. It's aside from being so hugely big, they also are super strict about the kind of articles that they accept into their publication. And if you have been on Medium for a while, you might know how insanely hard it is to get your article accepted into Mind Cafe. I recently got one of my first articles published with them, and it has been a great journey since then. But the journey of getting accepted was wrought with disappointment, and it was very tough. And I wanted to share this journey with you because I feel that so many people who have been writing on Medium, they get discouraged when they see how high the rejection rate of Mind Cafe is. And many people who give up even before trying or who pull out their articles way too soon. So I want this video to be a guide for you and as a reminder that if you want to be accepted with one of the best publications on Medium, you need to have a lot of patience and the willingness to learn. So I wrote this particular article on 4th October and then I sent it to my mastermind group with the idea that I'm going to send this to Mind Cafe. So please edit accordingly. And I got a lot of valuable suggestions from my friends and I edited the article accordingly. Then I filled the submission form of Mind Cafe that you can find on their website. And then I shared the link of this article and then I was prepared to wait for 2 weeks as per the submission guidelines. After about 6 or 7 days, their submissions manager, John Hawkins, left a few notes on the article. These notes were mostly along these lines that he likes the article and he would like to publish it on Mind Cafe. Needless to say, I was so excited. I told every one of my friends that I got accepted into Mind Cafe and then my first article is going to be published soon. I was super happy. Then I made the changes according to John and I left a reply on these notes. But the thing is that John Hawkins only works on Tuesdays and Fridays. So when he sent those messages to me, it was on a Tuesday. So I was so impatient. I just made the changes immediately and I replied to him. But then he got back to me on a Friday. And this was with more suggestions for edits. So I was patient. I wrote whatever changes he suggested and then I submitted to him again. This time he replied to me on the next Tuesday and this was with a lot of happy news. I think it was October 16th when I got this email from John that said that my article has been accepted into Mind Cafe and now I can add it directly into the publication where it will be published. I was so happy. I wrote a tweet about it that after struggling for so long, finally my article is going to be accepted. Now, if you don't know how hard I have tried, I think I must have written at least 20 pitches for Mind Cafe and I never got a reply and I almost gave up. But I don't know why I decided to try once more with this. But okay. So anyway, I added this article to Mind Cafe and I was ecstatic. I was so happy that it's going to be finally accepted. But then after about 4 hours later, I got an email. I wasn't really checking Medium, but I got an email and that email was usually when your article is published in a publication, you get this email that says that congratulations, your article has been accepted. But this one had a subject, your submission to Mind Cafe. And usually the rejection emails read like that. I couldn't believe my eyes. How could my article get rejected? John had told me explicitly in the email that it was accepted. When I clicked on it, there was a note from Jordan Gross, who is the editor of Mind Cafe. And this email said that Jordan thought that my article, the tips that I was offering in my article were a bit too generic and that I needed to make them more unique. And in its current form, they're not going to accept it. And this was on October 17th. I had written this on October 4th. I worked on it for so long and on October 16th I got accepted as a writer and on 17th October my article was rejected. I was so disappointed. I mean, can you imagine how much I had hoped that finally I'm going to get an acceptance, and it was just rejected, and without like, I felt very bad. I told my friends that this is so discouraging. I'm not going to try and write for Mind Cafe ever again. I was feeling so betrayed, if that's the right word. But then John got reached out to me on Twitter, and he told me that Mind Cafe has a two-step acceptance process. Like for new writers, the first hurdle is you have to pass through John. So you have to submit your article via that form on their website, mindcafe.co, and then you have to add a link to your article. Then the submissions manager John will screen the best articles, and then he will send those articles to their editor Jordan. And if Jordan likes them, then they are going to get accepted. And my article apparently passed the first stage of screening, but in the second stage, it didn't manage to pass through that. So yeah, it was rejected, and I was so sad. But okay, John's message on Twitter made me feel a little better. He also said that this was not in his hands. He did not have any say over which articles were published. All he did was put me, made it easier for me to submit my articles directly to Jordan. I was still discouraged, but I decided I'll give it another try. Then I did something that took a lot of time and effort. I went to Mind Cafe's homepage and I read through all their recent articles. I read through like 20, 25 articles, and then I noticed what were the formatting, like how these authors formatted these articles, what kind of language they used, what kind of pictures they used, and how many links were there, and all those things. I must have spent like 1 or 2 hours reading on these articles, and then I spent like a lot of time formatting an article that I believed would not be rejected because I felt that it was of the level of being a Mind Cafe piece. And I submitted it. I crossed my fingers and I was prepared to wait for another 2 weeks. But surprisingly, in just 4 hours, I got a message from Jordan, and he said that this is accepted, and that's how my first article was published with Mind Cafe. This was a tremendous moment for me because ever since I started writing seriously on Medium, Mind Cafe has been one of my goals. I always wanted to be published with them because they are so reputed, and it's so hard to get selected that I thought of it like a challenge. That's why it made me so happy to have my first article published with them. And obviously, I went to Facebook, I went to Twitter, I went on every social media handle I have, and I was fangirling that finally I have one piece with Mind Cafe. I can add this line published with Mind Cafe on my CV if I ever make one. So, yeah, that's all about my Mind Cafe story. And if I want you to take away anything from this, is that if you want to be published with the best publications, you should be prepared to put in the work. When my articles were rejected, I didn't just sit and start crying. I worked on myself. I read more articles. I looked through their submission guidelines. I read each and every line of this amazing article Jordan has written. And then I put effort. I put time and effort into making myself better. And then I kept trying. I did not just give up after one rejection. I kept trying, and I tried to ask for feedback from other people who have been published on Mind Cafe. And all of these steps have helped me a lot. So I think this is true not just for Mind Cafe, but for any publication on Medium or any place where you want your writing to be accepted. If you feel that you are getting rejected and you don't know why, because again, it's not the duty of the editor to inform you exactly why you got rejected. So yeah, if you feel that you keep getting rejected, you can just do this thing. Read their latest articles, read their submission guidelines, get help from people who have published with them. And I can assure you, your efforts will not go to waste. If you keep improving yourself, if you keep upgrading your skills, and if you keep on trying, if you are super stubborn and you just refuse to give up, there is no power in this universe that can stop you. So yeah, that's all for today, and that's all about my Mind Cafe journey. Since then, I have published, I think, 5 articles with them. It has been great. My stats have gone crazy, like they have gone really high, and my earnings have become more than double. Like it has only been 15 days into November, but I have already made more money in the Medium Partner Program than I have ever made in all my time on Medium. And it's great. I am sure that I owe a lot of huge part of this success to Mind Cafe, and it's soon becoming my favorite publication to submit my articles to. So yeah, if you have any questions regarding Mind Cafe or Medium or writing or making money, let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy to address whatever questions you have. And if you have any suggestions regarding what topic I should make my next video about, please let me know. And I'll be back again soon with another video. Till then, stay awesome and keep writing and keep improving. Oh, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel and share with any person you feel might benefit from this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again soon. Bye.